Ready?
And we are live. Fortune's hiding down under TV. We are back, finally, back all together. It's a nice feeling on a lovely Thursday night, ready for war in the morning. Should be good.
That's right.
How are you, lads?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
Fucking, you're excited, aren't you? Love
Hey.
it.
Lord Lucan.
Fantastic.
Got your tongue,
good.
Lord Lucan.
I'm good. Everyone's well.
Yeah.
I'm fucking happy. I'm excited about tomorrow.
I'm shitting broken glass, but you know.
Just put a nail in the wall. Put the old final program up for good luck.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that.
Mine's still in the box at gaming.
Oh, was it? Oh, I got mine signed when we went down to Perth by Fabianski and Fornals. Yeah, thought I'd put it in a frame and nail it to the wall.
Do you know what? The Fabianski and
Yeah,
Fornau
me too.
stuff is worth fuck all now because every single one of us got them all to sign everything.
Well,
Mate, they're in limited stock though now, right? You can't. You'd be hard pressed to get a 4-now signature on a West Ham shirt now.
And
You would.
yeah, but you can get one if you fucking subscribe with us.
Yeah,
That's true.
absolutely
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
right. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So
Yeah, I've got a little bit of memorabilia, new stuff.
saw that.
Got the old signed relegation survival shirt. Tevez is on there. Mullins, Zamora, Rob Green, Nobes, all of them are on there, which is nice. I bought that at the West Ham Way event, which I went to before the Villa game, which was good. Cost me a few notes, but we won't shout that too much.
Can't put a price on that sort of shit, mate.
And then the last time we went to Germany, I'm not a fan of this, but I did get a half and half scarf. But I did.
Look,
I took the shit for it.
Yeah, mate, I can forgive you that. I don't mind it, like the European ties. It's up against the big European side. It's good, mate. I like it.
Yeah, well, I had to do it, and I'm a bit gutted that I'm missing out on Germany this week, tomorrow morning. After being there last round, I was fucking loving it. It was the best. But all the lads look like they're really enjoying it. Everyone that I went out there with, Loadman's Luxury Tours, they look like they're having a ball, so that's good. But yeah, it's lovely to see all the fans out there enjoying themselves, and so they fucking should. It's a lot of money, a lot of hassle getting over there if you're going on luxury tours with Colin Loadman. Anyway,
I'm sure your liver appreciates being home, mate. So
yeah, I'm telling you what, I've been back in boxing this week, so I've been eating healthy and probably not eating enough, as you lot might know that today. But, yeah, right.
I thought we were going to lose you for a while then.
Yeah, I'm doing like the Kim Kardashian diet. I think just trying to get as big an arse as I can.
Give me a big thumb.
get a helipad on the back door. Nice.
Yeah, that's it. Right, massive game tomorrow morning, lads. It's a nice little 5 a.m. wake up for us. It's a shame that we couldn't get a meet because our fearless leader couldn't get anything sorted out, but it's all right.
Yeah. And didn't he get some fucking feedback as well?
Yeah.
People questioning your commitment, Dave.
That's it, mate.
Blown away by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you want to give a bit of context, because no one's going to really understand otherwise?
Yeah, well, look, we lack of interest of people wanting to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning for the first leg. Understandably, we won't get a result. So I pulled the pin on the meet last minute, and someone decided to have a rather large moan, and kind of turned out, I don't think he was really intending on coming anyway. He just wanted to create a bit of a fuss, didn't he? And what a fuss. What a fuss, eh?
Yeah.
What a wanker. What a fucking wanker.
Oh, your comment was classic, mate. I was being all diplomatic, and you went and picked him up and threw him over the fucking ropes, mate. It was excellent. Love that.
Unlike you, Matty.
It was outrageous. The fucking cunt's not been around for fucking years and years. He's telling you that you can watch it on Stan.
See, boys, you're missing the point of context. You're missing the point of context. But anyway, let's move on. Fucking hell. Anyway, it's a Brisbane Hammers supporters group thing. That's basically what it is. But yeah, everyone's probably just thinking, what the fuck's going on? But here we go. Right. Big game tomorrow morning. What do we reckon? Alonso ball or Moyes ball? What are we thinking?
You'll see both. You'll definitely see both.
You will.
Yeah. So
I think it's a big blow to miss Bowen, I think.
Huge. And Alvarez, for that matter. Those two are so key.
And Phillips. Phillips is out.
Oh, God.
we haven't got Areola, which I don't see as a huge deal because Fabianski's great. I do think Areola is probably a slightly better keeper. So we're down there. And Bowen out and Alvarez out is obviously a big miss. I actually think Alvarez being out causes a bigger problem than...
That's the biggest one of all, Matty.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you think about what the formation might be, the lineup. I'm still scratching my head as to what the best way to go is. But yeah, those two specifically are going to be a big miss. I don't know. I think this is, you know, if it is complete Moyes ball and we come away with a 0-0 draw or a 1-1 draw, no one's going to be complaining. It's almost, this kind of game is tailor-made for Moyes. You know, it's not going to be pretty. I don't think. It's, you know, it's not just about staying in the tie. I don't think we're going to get dicked or anything like that. But I think it'll be interesting to see the way he sets up. It'll be interesting to see who he puts where. I'm relatively confident. I think it'll be a half decent performance. I think whatever happens, whether we win, we draw, or we lose by a goal, I think everything will still be there to play for a second leg.
Yeah. No, I tend to agree. I think the Bowen loss probably is just as big, I think, as the Alvarez one, because you just know we're going to sit in that low block formation. Good to know that we've got Antonio for that out ball, but with only Kudus around his feet, really, which creates a bit of concern. But Moyes might see it as an opportunity to throw another number behind the ball. I'd be sort of I'm wondering whether or not we'll change to like a 3-5-2 formation or something like that, and just maybe have Kudus and Antonio up front, maybe with Paqueta joining them on occasion. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, boys. Or do you think we're just going to stick with our 4-1-4-1?
I think we'll have one up front for sure.
Yeah,
I can see him putting more. Yeah, I can see him putting more. 3 at the back, maybe, and a bit more in midfield, if anything.
The biggest thing for me is what we do with the left-hand side, who we put out there. I honestly, I don't want Paquetá to go out there. I think he's too valuable in the middle. Not even from an attacking perspective, but from that third tracking back. Yeah.
Do you know what? Can I'll say something about that. The Paquetá thing, right? If he is stuck out there on the left in the morning, he needs to earn his. This is where he earns his money for me. Like this is a big game, and for me, he's got to do a job. I don't care. I don't care about the flicks and tricks. If you're told to do a job tomorrow morning, I just want you to stick to that. Like don't try and fuck around. Like, if it's on, great, have a go. I've always said that with any fucking footballer. But if it's not, and you've been told to do a job, please, this is where you earn your money. This is the dirty work that you need to do for a game like this. They've got an average age of something like 25. Their team, like that's fucking young. And we talk about concentration levels every week. Our boys have got to be really fucking on it tomorrow, because they're going to be coming all the time. They're a fit fucking team.
So do you think Ben Johnson will anchor in that midfield? I think he probably will.
That's a big one, isn't it? That's a big question. I don't know.
Yeah, I think with Bowen out, he's probably the one that will come in, and I reckon he'll anchor that midfield, and he'll put Paquetá on the left and Kudus on the right with Antonio up the top. So then I think he'll have Ben Johnson in there with JWP and Souček.
I want Ben Johnson on for either Soufal as well.
Yeah.
I just think Ben Johnson needs to be there, mate, to be honest. So
I think he would have been if Bowen was in. I think if Bowen was in, he would have taken Soufal's place. But I think with Bowen being out, I think he'll put Pack wide and bring Johnson in as that plug-in midfield.
Is it a definite he's out?
Bowen? Yeah, all
100% out. Yeah, he didn't get on the get on the plane. So
he's not even travelled.
No, and neither has Calvin Phillips as well. So Dave's very happy about that.
You just get on the plane. I just want to watch it. I want to come watch it. Anyway, it is what it is. It's a shame because he's our top goal scorer. So
it's one of those things, though, right? Like
you could put Cresswell left back and push Emerson up.
You could.
I'd be worried about having Cresswell and Soufal, but if Johnson comes in for Soufal, Cresswell on the left and push Emerson up, that could work.
And Cresswell,
I think that'd work. I was just about to say, Matty, as a back three, whether it's Alvarez or Cresswell taking that left hand side, and Emerson, and I'd probably prefer Emerson on the left hand side with I'd prefer Johnson on the right over Soufal. Your midfield three: Souček, Ward-Prowse, Paqueta, and then the two up top, Antonio and Kudus. I think that's probably the best shape that we can have with the players that we've got. Yeah. So otherwise, it just seems like a shoehorn attempt.
And Kudus will drop deep as well and give you that extra man in midfield, and got Antonio up there.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't have the width, but.
And if they like to play centrally and then spread the ball out wide, I think that shape works well with that coverage.
That sounded like too much common sense.
Well,
no, I think it's one of the two things he'll go for. I think if he uses Emerson wide, he'll definitely go with the back three and put Cresswell in the left centre back.
Yeah,
but he'll either do that or do what I said with Paqueta.
As a devoted fan, Kieran has put up. We've all got lots of sticks to beat with Moyes at the moment, but it is about, like Kingy said, players standing up and being counted. That's what will really matter more than anything, right?
Yeah.
Kieran, hello mate. How you doing? I was watching your show this morning, as you can see. A bit of support there. Got you a couple of VBs in the locker. So hopefully you're enjoying this one. Little super chat. Always supporting the fella Hammers, you know. Yeah, it's coming. Don't worry, you lot are all getting invoiced at the end of the year for all the money I'm spending on everyone else's channel.
Come out all the profits we're making, mate. It'll be fine. Don't worry
about it. Profit. Jesus Christ. We're far from that, mate. But yeah, lovely show this morning with Budgie. Really good, mate. So thanks for joining with us today, and we'll try and get you on the show at some point. As you're a typical Aussie, so you'll be around at some point, mate. But yeah, so where do you see it?
You can only hope it's going to be tight. I mean, they're going to go for it. They're at home. They've got the momentum. They're the fucking team of the moment. They're going to be. I reckon they'll come out hoping to put the tie to bed, and that could probably work in our favour if we do everything properly. Because we'll get chances. You know, you think back to the Freiburg game, and I know it's a different opposition. I'm not comparing that, but we had chances that we should have put away. And if we're clinical enough, the Freiburg away game,
mate, I thought we were fucking poor.
we had chances. We had chances that we should have scored.
I'd agree with that.
I think we had two,
and we were terrible. And we should have. There was 2 or 3.
They were shit, Matt. They were shit, Matt. They were so bad. Not West Ham. They were. We should have been.
Yeah.
We should have had plenty more chances.
We should have. Yeah. Look,
what I mean is, we will get chances, you know, and if everyone does the job properly, and we absorb their pressure, even if they score a goal or two, which they're probably likely to do. If we get a goal, and we offer something offensively, I think it'll be a tight game. You know, I don't know. I don't know what. I'm thinking either a 1-1, a 2-1 defeat, 1-0 defeat. But I think we'll come out of there with everything to play for.
This for me has got it's got shades of Brighton away at the start of our season. Like, you remember how well they were flying, and just the constant levels, high levels of possession, out and out attack, and we just sat in, and then when our moments came, we took them, and then we ended up beating them 3-1. So
to be honest, I'm thinking Leon away, mate.
Bowen and Ben Rama as well.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Leon away, right? It could go like that. You know, if we defend well and they come at us and leave spaces, like Leon did, you come away with like a shot win. You know, there's a couple of ways it can go, isn't it? Like you kind of think the plan would be to grind out something over there and take them back home and play like we did at home against Freiburg.
Yeah.
But you never know. Like, we might get stuff on the break, and if they just come at us and leave gaps, then it's there for the counter attack, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what it is, right? It's just high levels of concentration, but then, you know, we just have to be so precise in our execution when we're going forward. Mo Kudus is fucking up there with the best of them in the world at the moment, right? So a lot of it does rely on him. A lot of hard, heavy work from Antonio, but Kudus is the one who's going to run at players, and as soon as he beats one line, that's when everything starts to happen, right? So, and really, the last time I thought he did it well was in the Europa League as opposed to the Prem.
There's a comment here from Haydos. Evening, Haydos. Thanks for joining us. And he said, take nothing away from Leverkusen's excellent season, but they haven't blown many teams off the park, and they've been the benefactors of opposition red cards in 2024, and they can be beaten. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I know everything about them. But from what I have heard, that they have had an element of luck in some of the games, that they've got over the line marginally in quite a few of the results that I've seen. And, you're comparing the Bundesliga with the Premier League. There's really only fucking Bayern Munich who are the yardstick, and they're off the pace. That's not to say that they're not a good team. But we're a fucking good team on our day, if we play well. I don't think there shouldn't be that fear factor. It's not Bayern Munich who've won, unbeaten in 40 games. It's not fucking Real Madrid. It's not Juventus. It's, I was going to say, a naive, inexperienced team, and they've got the momentum. They've got, things are going their way. But I'm not as worried as the stats dictate I should be. I might be wrong, but I think that's a fair point from Haydos. I don't think it's they've not got the fear factor of other teams.
Yeah, look, the only thing I'd say to counter that, right, is that what they are is a team that does not give up, and you cannot switch off in the dying minutes of the game against them, because if they're down, they will keep grinding till the end, and they're the kind of team, they might say luck because they get their last minute goals. It ain't just luck, it's working hard, it's concentrating, and it's just keep going and going and going, and that's what's got them the results. It's like the Ange Postecoglou. It's probably a lot more sophisticated than the Ange Postecoglou model, right? But you look at his teams, when he had Brisbane Roar, they were winning most of their games after the 90th minute. And that's the kind of mentality that's been installed there, that they keep going and they keep going. And even where you think you've got them by the nuts, they're going to keep coming. Yeah.
Well, you only need to look at their last result in the Europa League, right, against Karabakh. They were down 2-0. It's about the 82nd minute mark, and they end up winning 4-2. So
exactly right. It's a perfect example.
But look, even to say that, when they played,
they also had a lot of players out.
Yeah, but that's, I guess it's that levels of concentration that Dave's talking about. But they played Union Berlin on the weekend, and they had a player sent off, I think it was in the 45th minute, and they only won that 1-0. So there's definitely opportunities that'll present themselves. we just really need to take ours when they come, because you're right. Maybe there won't be a lot of them, but when we do see them, we've really got to have a fair dinkum crack at it.
And the history in Europe isn't that great. They choke quite a lot in the quarters and semis of competitions, right? They don't go all the way, but maybe it's a little bit different.
This is a different team, Dave. It's a
I agree with that. But I'm just saying that might come into play.
Arsenal being the invincible team, it's completely different.
Yeah, I agree with that as well, and that's why I can't pick it. But just adding it into the conversation that they do. It's like saying like Lazio are gonna do well. You know that they're going to go out at some point in like the mid stages of the competition, because that's just the mentality that's come to the club. But I totally agree with you, Ryan. This current team, they're just about to wrap up the Bundesliga, so they are a different proposition.
It is one of those things too, though, right? Like when you get that deep into a run, like there is a certain thing in the back of your mind as a player that's going, when is this going to end? Now, if you nick one or two and we get up in front and we've got good levels of concentration, that is going to start to creep in as well. So, and our favourite player here, Kieran, has just put in another note. Is that like, they are a top team, but they haven't beaten Liverpool and Arsenal this season. What are your thoughts on that, boys?
I don't think we've beaten Liverpool yet, but we have beaten some big
beaten
sides.
Arsenal, so,
Arsenal. A couple of times. Yep, no, that's a fair point as well.
Where are they at with the league? They've pretty much won it, haven't they?
This weekend, mate. If they win this weekend, they can wrap it up.
Yeah. But they can afford to drop a game and still win the league, though, too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there's no real pressure on them fucking focusing on the league or anything.
There's not.
Really, isn't it?
If they did choke this weekend, like trying to wrap it up, it could be the wobble that we need for them to come into the second leg. Thoughts, Ryan?
What, on the game or just in general?
Leverkusen in general, yeah.
I think their game on the weekend is actually a lot bigger than what we think going into the second leg. So if we can get a little fucking result tomorrow morning, and they do win the league on the weekend, that could also have negatives on the away leg. Like they go, fuck it, we've wrapped this up. Do you know what I mean? And then they think they go a bit above their station. Do you know what I mean? They can come to our place and think that they've already done us. If it's like 1-0 or 1-1, like their mentality can change. Also, if they lose, that means their unbeaten streak's done, which means in the back of their minds they're going, fuck me, we are actually beatable. Do you know what I mean? So I actually think this weekend's game is very important if we can get a good result in the morning. I really do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but with the game tomorrow morning, I think, my heart is saying 1-1. My head is saying we're going to lose 3-1.
Fuck you now.
It is one of those points, though, right? Like we're probably, are we actually judging them from what our expectations are? We no chance of winning a league, so this is just the most important game for us all year. But if you were in their position, what is more important? Winning the league or continuing?
They focused on both, mate. I really do. They want both.
And there's two things going into the. Say if we get to the final, right? So in Dublin, you got two big scenarios. You've got, if we got through these lot tonight in the morning and through this next set of fixtures with them, right? And we get through Italy, and then we get to Dublin against Liverpool to right the wrongs for 2006. Yeah, that's written in the stars. There's also another element of it where it's Alonso against Liverpool in the final. I know that it's a big possibility, but I am a bit of a romantic, so I always look at these sort of things, and I think it's going to be one or the other. I think if we get through against Leverkusen, we get to Dublin, and I would love to see that Liverpool fucking rematch and try and get a bit of.
You're not considering AC Milan Liverpool either, mate, or
well, as I said, I'm a romantic.
There is a lot like that, though, right? There's a lot like that. I agree with you.
But I would love to right the wrongs of 2006 and play Liverpool in that final. So, yeah, of course I want us to get through in the these two legs big time.
It still fucking hurts, doesn't it?
You have to bring it up. I thought we weren't talking about the war, but anyway.
Yeah.
Happy Amaret. Good to see you. Thanks for joining.
Been a while. Thank you for joining. Get your comments in, guys. There's plenty of time to talk about it from everyone. So,
what's everyone in the chat thinking? What are we thinking? A good result in the morning? Are we going to get tonked? Like, how do you see it going? Anyway, if you've got any questions, chuck it in the comments and we'll read some out because we've got plenty of time. But do you want to talk a bit about the weekend's game?
The game against Fulham, is it? We've got Fulham this weekend coming up at home.
Yeah.
Is that the game you mean? Yeah, not the one gone. Yeah. You look at the games we've got remaining, and you'd have to say Fulham at home is one of those beatable teams that you really need to be getting the 3 points against. It remains to be seen what we do in terms of rotation of players and stuff like that, right? I think it's going to be hard to keep eyes on both prizes. But I think when you look at the other fixtures you've got, 6 games to go.
So I think we found ourselves in a very strange position where somehow we're still actually in touch with the fucking top 6 or 7. Because it's only because of the teams below us dropping points that we're still where we are. And I think, going back a few weeks, everybody was convinced we were going to end up between 8th and 10th. And yet we're still there. So, you then think, well, the league is important as well now. We've got some tough games towards the end of the season. We fucking owe Fulham from earlier on. We've got to, for our own fucking pride and for our own sake, do something to turn that result round. I think it depends on how tomorrow goes. You never know, do you? You never know in the league with West Ham what's going to happen. We could turn up and win 3-0. We could get beat 2-0. We could have a shit fucking draw. I think it's hard to look past tomorrow and what happens. You would like to think that whatever we've got enough to beat Fulham, but
we lost
5-0. Who knows?
I was there. I'm still sore from that 5-0 defeat, mate. So.
One thing's for sure, lads, and that Alvarez will be fresh. So,
yeah, true.
That'll be a good thing for us. But I don't think Bowen will be playing. He sounds like he's tweaked his knee as well as that knock. So,
if we do come out of the game tomorrow with a good result, like a 1-1 draw or even a small win, does that mean we sacrifice players at the weekend and not throw the game, but he's done it before.
It's too important for us. We went to Fulham, Palace, and Luton are probably our 3 major opportunities out of our last 6. Right, this is one that we really need to capitalise on. I think.
Yeah,
City away will be a formality.
That's true.
We'll get 3 points there.
Yeah, we'll hand them the league on a fucking platter.
How many times have we been at the fucking Etihad the last game of the season and watched them fucking lift the trophy? I'm sure this is the 2nd or 3rd time it'll have happened.
I thought it was the first game where we were. Oh yeah, no, we did. We had them come to our place, didn't we?
Yeah.
I went to that
and 2014, they won it against us.
Did they?
The last game of the season. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's either at our place to start the season, or it's at their place to finish the season. It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Well, we had one at the end of the season at our place as well. After the Freiburg game, I went to that one. Not Freiburg, after the Frankfurt.
You love Freiburg?
Trip. Yeah. After Frankfurt, I went over.
I got that scarf for you.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
To Dave,
I've already got my own program. Went to my own.
Is that when you were going around spreading COVID around Europe? Dave?
Yeah. That's it.
While fucking Dave Chandler was sat on his ass at home.
That's it. Yeah.
I'll give some context later in the chat.
Well, with regards to the league, right? I think this Fulham game is just as important as Leverkusen in my eyes, because, as you say, we've got that Luton, Palace, Fulham game, right? They're the ones we need to fucking win. Like, I don't just fucking go all out for them games. I don't care, because
Yeah.
we need Europe again, because we ain't.
Yes.
If we lose Pac-Man, right? Who's going to look at us and go, I'll go there? The reason we're getting these players in is because we have got Europe, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it'd be a beautiful thing if we win the fucking thing and then we go Champions League. Fuck me, it'd be
Can't be
unbelievable.
honest, can you?
But
Mm.
fuck yeah, it'd be unbelievable. I can't see it, but it'd be fucking brilliant. Which also brings up the other thing of, would you? Yeah, here's a question for you, right? So we win the Europa League. We go into the Champions League. Do you give him a new contract?
You'd have to.
Hang on.
Oh,
Before you ask that
no.
question, you've got to remember we will knock Tottenham out of the spots as well, because they'll finish fifth.
You would have to.
I would not give him another contract. No.
I mean,
everyone in the
I don't
chat.
think it's
What
going
would
to
you do?
happen. I don't think you could not give him a contract after winning 2 trophies in a row. It's madness. It's fucking madness. I know what you're saying about the style of playing that, but if he wins I mean, no one's done that. Well, sorry, Ron Greenwood did that once, won 2 trophies in a row. That's unbelievable if he does that.
I would sack him as soon as the final whistle went. I wouldn't even lift the trophy.
Yeah. Could you imagine Sully getting up there like he did with Declan Rice and saying, well, Moyes is out. Thanks for everything he's done.
Well, Moyes' contract's up, so if anyone like Crystal Palace or Fulham really want to get involved, come and get in.
Right, I'll put it to you this way, right? If we win the Europa League, we've won 2 European trophies in a row. How attractive are we going to look? We're going to look very attractive, right? How attractive are we going to be having won 2 European trophies without fucking David Moyes as the manager?
Mate,
we'll look a lot more
trophies
attractive
in a row. You'll be looking attractive to me, mate.
It'll take you on another European adventure.
Yeah, I just want to do this comment because we've got a new subscriber. Hopefully he's subscribed and not just watching. Hi all, new to the channel, live in Melbourne, optimistic for the game. All I know is by 7 a.m, my day will be great or not so good. I'm thinking 1-1, Moyes knows Europe. Alan Litchfield. Yeah. Hello, mate. Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's 7 a.m. For us, it's fucking 5 a.m. So I think
it's fine for him. But
he's saying by the end of the game, I think so.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'm still not up with the Aussie timing yet. After 12
another Lucasade, Kingy. For you, mate.
I do like a Lucasade. So if Lucasade are watching,
we're looking for sponsors.
Happy Amaret. They would defo renew his deal if we won it, but we won't, and he will walk away at the end of the season. I fucking hope so. I'm not being funny. Let me go in on this, right? Give it to right. So we are 7th, yeah. We are in the quarterfinals of Europe, and yes, we've had good moments that I've actually enjoyed, yeah. But on the whole of it, I'm not sitting here going, "Oh, that I haven't enjoyed most of this season."
No, but we're talking about if he wins the Europa League, and that's a different proposition.
Yeah, but I don't want to go through another fucking season of it, mate.
So you don't want to win the Europa League and go through another season of it. I would take the Europa League and go through fucking.
No. I haven't said sack him right now. I've said sack him if he wins it, or let him walk away. I know it sounds fucking ridiculous, but I just find it so drab. I do. I find it so drab. I do want to watch entertaining football, and I think that we can get taken on by another fucking manager, progressive, and take us to another level. That's what football's about. You go to a certain level and you push on. That's what it should always be about. You don't stagnate because you ain't going to fucking go anywhere far like that. You really ain't.
I think Kieran sums it up well, though, boys. If we get back to reality a little bit, like getting past Leverkusen is a shout for a new contract, which is unfortunate, but I tend to agree with him, right? You beat the unbeatable. That's what Moyes likes on his regime.
No.
Right?
I'm saying what I would do.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I do think if he wins it, he probably will get offered a new contract. But in my opinion, I would like him to go, thank you very much, done you a fucking favour, whatever you want to call it. There's your trophies. Thank you very much. Off in the sunset, he goes to Everton. I don't give a fuck.
I think if you did win Europa League and then the offer was on the table for an Alonso or someone like that, right? Then maybe it makes sense.
I'll tell you what, this is a really good comment, right, from Happy Amaret. We win, then give Moyes the head coach of Europe position. Can't do another Prem season with him in the hot seat. I fucking 100% agree with that. Like, let him be the European fucking manager. We'll have an assistant manager who just does Premier League games. I don't mind that. We can do that all day long because he does know what he's doing in Europe. It's obviously working. But with the Premier League season, every fucking weekend, most weekends, I'm going to say 80%, I'm bored out my tits.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to stay awake.
It's horrible.
It's
absolutely fucking horrible. And it's predictable shit. And he pulls a result out of his ass when he needs it and then goes back to type. And it's fucking horrible. It is horrible.
I think the thing that most of us are frustrated in seeing is that like we lose the winnable, and that's the piece that people, I guess, like us, look at and just go, you've got so much more at your fingertips than you actually realise. But he's just that stubborn and regimented in his ways that this is the only way that he goes, and it's not. It's really not. And
we can be so much more expensive. I just want to put this up from George Crow. Potato Salad will score a winner in the last minute. Stop hating on him. I've actually got to say, I've been fucking impressed by him. I know I was giving him pelters at the beginning of the year, but fuck me. Like, I think he's been fantastic.
The thing is, though, he deserved it when we were slating him. And we've not said a bad word about him for, a month?
Weeks.
Probably.
Yeah. We picked him in all our teams. Yeah, 100%.
There's no question of his starting place at the moment.
Yeah, exactly right. We've been saying how good he's come along lately.
Yeah, I think it was like we were talking about on Monday night in that midfield where you've got Alvarez as the anchor, and then you've got Paqueta at the front as your creative player. He is your ideal 8 because he just fucking runs all day and all night. Like, he will hit box to box the whole time. So he gives you what you need when you're going forward, and that additional big, strong body that comes in late and wins a header and things like that. But then he's also the player that's at the back mopping up as well. So and when he does that, he's great. It's when Moyes, I think, asks probably a little bit too much of him, or he gets confused by the message that he looks fucking ordinary.
Happy Amaret makes a really good point. We'd have no youth if Moyes stayed on, and this is another thing that really concerns me because apparently I spoke to Potsy and Kevin Keane when I went to the West Ham Freiburg at home, and they've just said that they said to us, like, they are an unbelievable team. Like, there is players in that team that can get in that Premier League team. They said all these boys that they've been letting go of, like Ngakias and what's the fellow who went up to Newcastle, and all these players Harrison. That we're letting go. Harrison, Ashby Harrison. Even I've forgotten what his fucking name is. There you go. But like, they didn't need them. But these crop of players, they only just lost 2-1 last night in the European semi-final as well to PSV. There's some fucking quality in there. And if Steve Potts and Kevin Keane are saying that, then I'm listening to them because Potts have how many caps?
I am, but I would add to that, right? The players you just mentioned have all been a big flop. Or like Harrison Ashby's got time, right? But all those players, Nagakia and that, you look back on that. Dieng was like the money we got for him looks like an absolute steal. Callum Marshall, I think, will be a good player, right? But if you'd seen the abuse he's bloody got on the West Brom pages as he's gone back to us on loan, they're actually saying he's lightweight. Maybe try the National League, mate. You're not up to Championship standard.
I'm just telling you what 2 pros have fucking told me.
That's true. But I'm also
I'll probably go in.
I think that's part of the bigger picture, right? And it's part of the reason that I don't want Moyes to stay there. You know, we talk about expansive football. It's not just about how he plays in the game. It's his vision and his future of the team and the club as a whole. He's working with what he's got, and he's working with the players that he trusts, and he's fucking tiptoeing through a season to generate results that look after him and his fucking reputation. He's not prepared to take any risks. He's not prepared to bring any youngsters in. Some of those players that we've spoken about, yeah, they might not be great, but none of them have been given a fucking chance because he won't allow it. Because if someone comes in and he disrupts what he wants to do, and it's that limited thinking, which you see manifest itself in the games that we watch, which is boring as fuck, that's extrapolated, not just in the team, but in the fucking club as a whole. You get someone with a fresh set of eyes come in who's a completely different thinker, and some of those guys might have a chance.
Not being funny, that youth team have beaten Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal. They won the league. They won the cup last year. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, they're all using them youngsters who lost to our fucking teams.
King, you might be able to help me out here, but I was watching Claret and Booze earlier in the week, and Nick was talking about it specifically, just about youngsters in the Premier League, and I can't remember the age he put on it, but
yeah, ours
76 minutes or something like that. Yeah. By comparison to others who are up in the thousands of minutes. I think Liverpool and who was the other one at the top there? Kingy, do you remember?
I think it was City.
Could have been, yeah.
City, Liverpool, Burnley. I think it was the top three.
But yeah, Burnley was the other one I was thinking of. It was someone who wasn't as prominent.
Yeah, but do you know why? Do you know why that's happening? Because companies using his squad. So, little one here from Alan Litchfield again. Moyes has done the job we needed, stabilised the club and got us European football. It's time for someone to take us to the next. Oh, fuck, I've just got cramp. Oh.
It's time for someone to take us to the next level.
Yeah, no.
Good sensible chat.
Good sensible chat. Great job, guys.
Listen, that's all you'll ever get here is good sensible chat. Apart from when it goes completely off the fucking rails.
I think he's just dropped a nut.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone's agreeing with him, so he's got wood. So
fuck me. Actually,
keep
don't get cramp in the other leg.
Here's some other common sense. Nick
Command says Leverkusen will have 20 shots, West Ham will have 5, and we win 1-0. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
You're right there, Kingy.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Fucking hell. I've been back at boxing and I played football last night. I think I've just overdone the fucking lot, mate. I might retire just from everything.
More Lucasade, mate. More Lucasade. How many times do I have to say that?
So I'll tackle this comment from Michael Blees. Evening, Michael. He says, morning, we could play Cress and put Emerson left wing, or if Moyes grows a set, put Cornet left wing. So you've made a really good point, and then the worst fucking point imaginable in the same sentence here, right? I think Cresswell at left back and Emerson left wing makes sense. I wouldn't put fucking Cornet near me fucking five-a-side team, to be honest. That's my opinion.
We're talking about growing a set, right? Ryan mentioned about players stepping up, right? He's one that hasn't stepped up and taken his chances. Even that game he scored a goal in, he was fucking shit for 90 minutes. He was terrible.
You know, it would be good. It would be good to have someone like Ben Rama or Fornals that we could utilise for this game. They'd be perfect.
Wouldn't they? But
bit of squad depth.
Neither of them were taking their bloody chances, were they, when they were given them?
No.
I mean, Ben Rama was
but mate, man management is a fucking thing with Moyes. Like, if you ain't in his top 11, you're sitting on that bench and you'll just come on for 5 minutes when he fucking wants to waste a bit of time. So that's why they wanted to go out. They were two players that needed to have a fucking arm around them. Unfortunately, they didn't have the manager for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, because they were never going to be his first choice. So they needed a cuddle every fucking week.
It's like Colton. I went to the West Ham Way event up before the Villa game. And Colton Cole said something very similar. Like he was someone that needed a fucking arm around him. Like, and he had a very tough start at the beginning, and then someone put an arm around him, and he started firing a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some players do need that. Some players have not got the mentality to just go, "Oh yeah, this is my game." Like, unfortunately, that is just not the generation now. Like that, the generations have changed. So that you will very few and far between find someone who's going to roll their fucking sleeves up and take a game, especially when they're only getting 2 minutes at the end of a fucking game.
You don't even have to be young, right? Think about fucking Ings.
Yeah, but look what he actually is grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck when he comes down.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I feel sorry for that fucking fella, mate. I'll tell you that because I saw him against Burnley and I thought he was class. Yeah. I said it on the West Ham fan TV, like in the interview. I said I thought he was brilliant. You can only judge a player by the last game, and I think he's been great. Every time he's got
what about Ings through the middle, Antonio on the right, and Kudus on the left?
I would do that.
Yeah, I'd do. I think that makes sense for this game because he'd put away a chance if it came about or not.
That's not even to mention what you could do with his head, Kingy. Fucking hell, I reckon you do wonders for that boy.
I'm surprised at how little
Ings
has
had. Mate, I think he's a good-looking fella.
I'm surprised.
Dave needs an haircut as well.
Yeah, I know. No, but since you're right, that Burnley game, right, he was absolutely outstanding, and I'm surprised he hasn't been given more than a handful of minutes at the end of the game, like close to the 90th minute. Or
this is another thing, right? So I think we played Spurs. He got in to get undressed, got him to fucking go to the line, and then we get a corner and he goes, "Sit down, son." That's exactly what I'm saying with man management. I guarantee he didn't say, "Look, sorry about that, mate." Like, I know it's always the manager's decision, but you've got to look up. People are people. So he would go, "Fuck you," and he's done that so many times this year to him. And then when he came on for that Burnley game, he actually put a shift in. So I don't think he's all gone. I think if he got his opportunity tomorrow, I'm just going to say here on this channel, if we win 1-0 tomorrow, it's going to be a Danny Ings goal.
Yeah, and according to Kieran, we are going to win. He says at the end of the day, we are massive. I think we need to remind ourselves of this sometimes. We are fucking massive. We're champions of Europe. Leverkusen, fuck all. They can go fuck themselves. Their record is on the line, and it's time for them to lose and us to make history.
Moyes says, "Hold my beer."
And Danny Ings is the man.
It's a great fixture for us, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's something to look forward to. Like the fact that they're unbeaten, it gives us a real thing to have a good chip away at, doesn't it? I mean, and if you don't beat them, you go, well, no one else has beaten them. But actually, but for once, it's like usually we go on a hide into nothing. Here, actually, there's no way out of this that it isn't. And
the thing is, if we do beat them, it makes us look fucking formidable.
Even to the point, though, as well, like to have no Alvarez and no Bowen as well. Like that's to me is a good thing for us. It throws lots of questions up. It throws doubt out there about how we might.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing,
mate. It makes us a little bit more unpredictable than what we might be with them. So.
You know what'll happen? We'll beat them tomorrow and end the run, and then we'll get fucking hammered in the second leg.
Because we'll go back to a 4-2-3-1. Low block, and everyone will forget to fucking run forward.
I think the only risk of getting hammered is if things go tits up tomorrow without Bowen and Alvarez.
Early,
you want to hope that we do keep it nice and tight and even mix it.
Well, we all know how good Cresswell is for a red in Europe, right? So
no, I'm
even in Germany.
There would be nobody more fired up than him if he get.
You know what?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I watched
I do
when the Wolves game and they scored that last minute winner. Last minute equaliser. He reminded me of someone that I wanted to be in my team. He was fucking fuming.
Yeah.
He's still got a lot of passion, right? Mm-hmm. So, and I watched his little thing on Ironcast on the official YouTube, and it made me fall in love with him all over again. So
I love him too.
When he was holding his little Arpari shirt when he first signed, and he looks like he's just come out of fucking Cinderella's out of Romford with his little outfit on, I was like, you've gone from a boy to a man. I'm fucking proud that you've been at West Ham.
As far as fucking Scousers go, he's all right.
Yeah. They're just the next level down from Manx.
Him and the Beatles, that's it.
He's into his 10th year at the club. And when he signed that for the extension for this year, they basically said that he won't be getting a testimonial. He'll sign for his 10th year and won't get a testimonial. I think that's a discredit on what he's done for the club over the years, and the fixture that he's been for us. So, you know, a solid. Most of the time, he's been a solid left back for us. Very creative going forward and getting those crosses in. Yeah. You know, he's had his troubles with some injuries, and you know he made some mistakes in that Frankfurt tie, as you mentioned. But you know, on the whole,
one game though, right? One game.
Yeah.
If I'm picking my fucking all-time Premier League 11, he's number 2 at left back
after Dixie.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Probably is. I can't think of anyone else.
Nigel Winterburn.
Elunga.
I mean, they were quality for us, but Cresswell's
end of their career. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
He's done a lot more good than he has bad. Sorry, King, go on, mate. What have you found?
Do you know what I'd like to do? Because I know they're saying that they don't really do the testimonials anymore because they earn too much money, etc., blah blah blah. But one thing I would like to see, because there was another guy that deserved one, Mr. Ginger Collins. They're very good friends. Like, do a double one. Do a James Collins team versus an Aaron Cresswell team. I think that's how you do a testimonial these days, I reckon. Like, something like that. I think it was like the Noble one. It was a little bit tongue-in-cheek, fucking absolutely scripted to fuck. But it was fun. Like, everyone remembers
not like Dixie's that was a fucking war.
Yeah. But like, I do think that's a good shout. I think Ginger Collins and versus Aaron Cresswell. I'm fucking Jonathan Ross now. But yeah, I think that'd be a cracking game.
Did Ginger mash 10 years with us over the 2 periods?
Yes.
He did. Yeah.
And he didn't get us fuck all. Didn't get fuck all.
He lost a lot of hair. That's about all he got out of it.
Very nice man, by the way. He was sitting right next to me for the Freiburg away game.
Brilliant.
In the stadium. And he was very hospitable to everyone, actually. Pictures, the lot. Some geezer was actually smoking right behind him, just blowing smoke in his face. He's going to turn around in a minute and fucking chin him. He's a big lad. He's a big lump. Michael, please. Squad players get a chance, play well, then get dropped. Must be hard on them players. Ings was great against Burnley. 100%. Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, not just Burnley either. There was the Sheffield United.
Sheffield United.
Burnley, and there was another game.
He was in the cup game as well.
Yeah, Bristol. Yeah.
Michael Blease again. Bowen missed both legs versus Sevilla, so have hope. Yeah, mate, there's always hope. There's always hope.
No, he had both his legs when he was running around.
Can I just ask, how did he get a fucking knee injury since he played?
No,
did he get injured?
Apparently, it's fucking twisted journalism. Because the original comment from Moyes said that he got a knee in the back and it twisted, which makes more sense.
Do you think he's on a private jet? Do you reckon he's gone with Timmy and it's all a ploy?
I reckon that him and Phillips, it's a double bluff by Moyes, isn't it? We'll build a midfield around Phillips and Bowen will start.
Please, no.
I like the last bit, but not really the last.
Yeah.
Dave just started sweating.
Nah, Phillips can go with Cornet. Fuck off.
Jay, good chat, gents. Just need a draw tonight, and then anything can happen at home. We are different gravy in Europe. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Moisesio, I think we're calling from now on in Europe, but in the Premier League, he's a cunt. But
Davide.
Davide Moisesio. But yeah.
Just put your hand like this when you say it.
I like that. Davido, just more Savio. It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Premier League, he's more like fucking. What's that geezer's name? Who used to do the England thing? The one that the Scouser.
Oh yeah, Mike Bassett.
Mike Bassett, yeah, Mike Bassett. That's what he is in the fucking Premier League. Yeah. So a couple more. If anyone's got any questions for us before we start wrapping it up, Michael Blees, West Ham won't pay to use the London Stadium for testimonials. It's not our ground. We just rent. Oh yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, I did know that. They
could play it in the car park, Westfield car park.
Well, I'm not being funny. I've just been over there. The fucking the roof leaks. The fucking stadiums like that. When you walk on it, it's fucking dog shit. That thing is falling down quicker than when I used to build Lego, mate. I'm telling you.
Fucking tin pot.
No wonder they made.
That's why we rented it, mate. That's why we rented it.
Hang on. What? No wonder we signed a 99-year lease because they must have thought, fuck me, they're the worst fucking landlords I could have ever fucking asked for. Because whenever you ring them up, sorry, the roof's leaking. Yeah, we'll get back to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, you won't.
Yeah. So if the roof leaks, press 1.
Kieran Ogbonna must be close. I think he's about a year away, isn't he? It was 2015. Yeah, 2015 he came. It was last season of Up to Park. So yeah, he's 1 year away. I would take Ogbonna as a coach.
Yeah, I like Ogbonna.
Yeah, same. Good to have around. Oh, my old mate Alex Tonkin, who I went overseas with, best mate over here. So he says, does it matter what happens?
You can tell he's not a West Ham fan or clued up on football.
Does it matter what happens in the leg if you meet Liverpool in the semis? Yeah. We can't play him in the semis.
Yeah, we can't play him in the semis, yeah.
But be careful. He's my best mate. You leave him alone.
I know. I'm only winding him up. Good to see you.
No, we'll see you in Dublin, though, Tonkers, and we will do you. We'll tonk you.
Boom.
Any
questions?
Kieran Devaney, 5 a.m. kickoff, guys. See you later, chaps. Yes, I think. Do you know what? That's a very fucking point.
Good call. Yeah,
probably
one more from Michael Blaze because he's been very in the chat tonight. It was temporary building going down to 20k for athletics, only for it to fall down in 19 years. Yeah, mate, I think it's less. But yeah, everyone in the chat, I think this has been a really good chat. New people on board, old faces as well. It's always good to see you. I know we haven't really been doing too much over the last couple. Well, we've done a bit, not as much as what you used to, but
not like this. Not like this.
We've had a few injuries. That's what I would say. But
probably more to come as well.
Last Thursday.
But we will all be back for a pub show on Monday, and yeah, it will be Monday. Yeah, Monday night. So if you're loving the pub show, let us know. Tell everyone you know. If you don't like them, you do like them. Tell them to subscribe. Make sure. And yeah, everyone, good luck for tomorrow morning. Hopefully, the Hammers get a fucking result. But yeah, lads, one thing left to say.
Come on, you Irons.
Fuck my hamstring, man.